70 countries. Welcome back. We're delighted to be joined now over the telephone by our guest for this afternoon, Dr. Hussein Al-Banhawi, member of the Supreme Council of Culture. Dr. Hussein, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Before I, get into the International Book Fair, I'd like to ask you just one question about, of course, the renowned artist Kulthum, as we commemorate one of the most beautiful voices of the 20th century. What can you tell us about her, dazzling legacy in the world of music?
As a matter of fact, you were talking to me about Kulthum, and about 10 minutes ago, I was going through the pavilions there in the fair, and I found a very big book about Kulthum in the pavilion of the Emirates, United Emirates, commemorating the Kulthum's birthday. Actually, Kulthum has a very wide reputation, not only in the Arab world, but all over the world.
Absolutely.
Her life's history is distinguished, and also if we talk about her legacy and her songs, actually we were talking about a history of art.
Yes.
So I hope that we will focus more about her life, her history, her songs, her arts, because all the Arab world actually, we could say that they love the hours they spend listening to Kulthum.
Absolutely, sir. Dr. Hussein, tell me now the latest activities of the Cairo International Book Fair in its 53rd session. How do you see this year's book fair, sir?
Actually, there are about 3.5 million visitors to the fair, and this is astonishing, actually.
Yes.
Because that has many meanings. The first meaning that there is a need for knowledge throughout the different ages in the Egyptian society, youth and elders and even younger and the children. They all come to this fair annually to buy books, and that has a very good meaning. That books is still a source of information and source of knowledge to the whole society in the world.
Absolutely.
Not only in Egypt.
Yes.
The other thing is that the publishing industry is flourishing. I mean that the increase of publishers means that we are producing knowledge and producing books and producing more ideas to not only to Egyptian society, but to the whole Arab world and Arab-speaking world. So that all has meanings which I really proud of.
Absolutely, Doctor. Could you tell us a bit about some of the new additions to this year's edition of the International Book Fair? There's a new Al-Azhar Pavilion as well taking part, and new countries taking part in this year's round of the fair.
This is true, and the most important thing is that the guest of honor, the Kingdom of Norway. Actually, this is the first time the Scandinavian country to participate as a guest of honor in the fair. And they have a very rich program which enhances the activities of the fair. That's one thing. The other thing is that we have about 5 conferences held during the fair. I was just attending a few minutes ago a conference on the AI, artificial intelligence. And we have prominent figures talking about artificial intelligence, its effect on publishing industry, its effect on human beings in general, and the trends in this field, the artificial intelligence. Another conference will be coming, I think, tomorrow or after tomorrow on Nazik al-Malaika, the great poetess of the Arab world. Also, this is a good sign that we have new trends and new ideas to the fair this year. One of the conferences also dealt with the intellectual property, which is one of the issues which we must give an attention to and focus on. The fair actually has many events and many activities which appeals to every class of people and to youngest and children and adults and even elder people.
Indeed, Dr. Hussein, that leads me to my next question. I was going to ask you about the different ages in attendance, and I'm seeing quite a push for the attendance of the younger generation, with lots of catering for children as well. How important is it to include children in visits to the book fair, especially in the times that we are living in of modern technology, iPads, iPhones, laptops, etc.?
Yes, actually there is a special pavilion to especially for children, and in that pavilion there are children's books, there are kinds of amusement, and some games which interest children to attract them to the fair annually. And this year actually there witnessed an increase of the children's or publishers for children's books, and I found many of the parents take their children to this pavilion to actually make them love books and be more knowledgeable in their to their interest.
Absolutely right. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Hussein Al-Banhawi, our guest, member of the Supreme Council of Culture. Thank you very, very much, sir, for your insight, for joining us on today's edition of Cairo Local Time. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break, and we'll be back to continue. Do stay tuned.